Okay, so I'm doing this once more. This is my second time around trying to do this, so I'm hoping it'll really work this time, and just like really, 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 really hoping. So to have this set up, I have my stereo mix here, which you can tell is a stereo mix. You can barely tell anything's coming out of that, but there's stuff. I do not own any of the songs that are going to be played in this video, so do not claim that I'm saying that I own them. I do not own them, so please just don't. As a matter of fact, there's a track list, so just don't. Anyways, I was asked to do this, and I agreed to it, and I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how I record my videos on YouTube, which I have an example here, and it's probably going to lag like hell, but whatever. That's Hybrid Essence, and that's the same video we're going to be using in this example. So, I don't know why I keep going to that. What we're going to do is, and ignore my mess, what we're going to do is we're going to be recording the video in Camtasia like I am right now. And then we're going to be using the Camtasia Studio to render it and export it to an MP4 file. And then we're going to be using something like Premiere Pro to compile the audio with it, and also render it to a better looking, not so much as a better looking, but a actual video file with music and video. So to start this, I'm gonna be basing everything around the Camtasia recorder right now. You can access by opening up Camtasia, and up in the top menus up here that are normally up here, you just click like record screen or something like that, or screen recorder. That's something. But yeah. Then you'll get something that looks about like this, and you can like go in here and go to options, which I can't right now. I might. Like right here is a screenshot of the settings. Just click inputs to get to this, and that should look good. You might want to set the frame rate. I think it's like by default 15. You're going to want to set it to 60 because that's what YouTube peaks at, and that's what most monitors peak at. So you'll probably want to go to 60. Plus it'll look smoother. You can either choose to set this to AVI so it records in AVI, and then you can just skip the whole exporting in Camtasia Studio, or you can do Cam Recorder, which I think is better. You can do the Cam Record one, and I think it's better, but that's personal preference. So now we're going, and when you open this, it won't say all this. You're going to want to turn all audio off over here and click full screen, which will be over here. And then over here, it'll be extended. Over here, you'll have a little record button. And here's a screenshot of the normal one. So have like just look at that and try to mimic it. Now we're going to be focusing on what to do after that. I have my capture here. We're going to be looking at the way that I normally do it, which is the cam recorder copy, which is right here. It's capture.cam record right there, .cam rec. And I have this one, which is Hybrid Essence. And this is by default right there, record the screen. Just click that and it'll come up with a little thing. Now, by default, we have this. and we're going to click this, which is the video. We're going to drag it down here and place it. By default, it goes all the way over, and you want to go to drop this down, go to recording dimensions. Mine's 1920 by 1080. However, yours will most likely be different unless you have a decent monitor. So, what we're gonna go to is the recording dimensions, and we're gonna make sure keep aspect ratio is on, so it will stay whatever you recorded it as, I think. And we're gonna click OK. And by default, this is what you get. Now, I like to go to 100 scale so I can actually see details and it won't be all like blocky and stuff like it is here, and you can't make out words and what. But that's personal preference. We won't be using much of this. And you can like scroll through it and stuff and like just see what your video is doing and whatnot. But what we're going to be mainly looking at is the cursor effects, because I use a lot of these and it looks really awesome, and it just like helps focus on the cursor throughout parts of the video and what we're doing. And you can increase the cursor size so there's no missing it whatsoever. Like, you can always see the freaking cursor. But I prefer to keep the cursor size at the default, which is 0. Or actually, I think it's 0.10. Yeah, 0.10 or 0.1 actually. And we're going to go to the highlight effect, and we're going to go to highlight. So by default, we have this. And you can see it highlights the cursor. Okay, the default is 1, sorry. It highlights the cursor. And we're going to go into the options under this little drop down thing, arrow. And I normally set the size down some, right about there, maybe 20. Yeah, that looks good. And then the opacity all the way up, and the soft edge all the way up. Okay, I might... let's go with 40 so it's more visible. And then I'm going to choose a color that's very noticeable. I'm going to go with cyan. Or you can even go with green. That one's noticeable too. And now we're going to move on to the left click effect. I go with rings. Now that's slow, however. We can change that. I normally go with size at 45 and speed at 0.25. Sorry, not 25. 50. There we go. So we get that nice effect that you can very clearly see it, but it's not really distracting. Then we'll go with rings. Again, on the right click. And we're going to leave all the colors the same. However, we're just going to pretty much, yeah, those colors are good. They're default, and a lot of people know what they mean. And you can add a click sound effect if you like. I don't. I really don't like it. And that would take up audio, which we'll get to later. And we normally cut out all audio from this video that we're about to export. So, yeah, I'm going to try to make this quick. And we go over here, File, Produce, and Share. And then I made my own here, which is a MPEG 4 video, 1920 by 1080 by default. It's actually not 100 frames per second. It's actually 60, but whatever. This is this, and it's just I came here and I clicked new, and then I chose the MP4. Then I went to next. I selected no controls, so it doesn't do any of this. And then I selected custom size, 1920 by 1080. Next, and then this all stayed the same. And that's that. So, yeah. The frame rate's actually 60. You can see it right there. And I don't remember how you edit that. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to collect. I'm going to select the True HD, and I'm going to click Next. And then I'm going to tell it where I want it, which would be here. And then we would click Finish. You want to make sure that Organize produced files into subfolders is off if you already have a folder for it. Like here I got video files, so I don't want to create another folder inside of this one, so I'll deselect that. However, if you don't have another folder and you're just like doing something here, then you might want to select that. So it'll create a subfolder for it. Show production results, you can keep that on or off. That's completely your choice. Play video after production, again, completely your choice. And you're going to want to select the location and everything for it and name. Now, I'm not going to do this because I already have this video, but without all the cursor effects. And we don't really need them for this tutorial. It's just like, I prefer that. You cannot, however, do that with the AVI settings in the cam recorder. So, again, your choice whether you want cursor effects or not. I prefer them, so you can follow the cursor when I'm doing tutorials. However, for videos like my hybrid essence video, I prefer not to have them because it's just more of the music. So now what we're going to do is, now that we have the video, I'm going to delete this because that was from the last tutorial and we don't need it now. I'm going to open up this, which has the video file here, which is the screen recording with no audio. And then I have the audio file here, right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag this over to my left or right monitor, and then I'm gonna open Adobe Premiere. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to New Project, and we're gonna leave all of this up here default, but we're gonna go to Browse, and then we're gonna select whatever. And I'm just gonna create something new called Hybrid Essence YouTube FLP vid. Now your names don't have to be that complex. I'm just like very picky about everything. So yeah, and we're gonna call it finished. Yeah, finished. Now the next thing that comes up is your presets, your sequence presets, which is your frame rate and the size and the aspect ratio and just the scan. So like if you got this and it's 1920 by 1080, if you have it set for like an upper field, then it's 1080i and it's interlaced. I prefer progressive, which is how you get 1080p. It's a progressive scan. So again, that's personal preference, honestly. And I don't remember how you make your own. I don't, honestly. Okay, that's how. You just like, you make your own settings here. Maximum bit depth. Oh, never mind. Oh, yep. Okay. And so on. Video preview, it doesn't really matter. It's all your preference, and you actually have to really get to know things. I'm going to go with 60 frames a second, and I'm going to save this as high definition. So you get my high definition there, and it's video tracks. Why? Video tracks. 1, 3. For now. Right now, yeah, for now. We're gonna leave that alone, and we're just gonna click. Oh, well, we're gonna rename our sequence to Hybrid Essence Playthrough. Now, you're going to want to name your sequences and stuff every time that you, your projects get, like, extremely complex. You're going to want to know what each one is, because, like, I'm going to make a new sequence, maybe. I don't know how to make a new sequence. Whatever. It doesn't matter. And as you can see, I only have 1 audio, and I have 3 videos. And this is because of the settings that I choose. And I don't need 3 videos, but it's nice to have them if you do. So now I'm just going to click right here. I've got the video file here. And I'm going to click and drag it into here. And I'm going to put it on video 1. Right there. And I'm going to tell it to keep the existing settings. Now you see it's got an audio with it, even though we didn't have audio in the Camtasia. And that's because it thinks that it has audio when it really doesn't. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click this, and as you can see, it's all linked. So if we delete it, then it deletes the video too, and we can't have that. So we're going to unlink it by right clicking and clicking unlink. And then we're going to select the audio, and we're going to click delete on our keyboard. And then we're going to come back to this, and we're going to go into where our audio file is kept. And we're going to select the MP3 or WAV or whatever you have. And then we're going to put it on the audio 1. And we're going to keep it a bit away from the video. We're going to, what's it called? It's the same as clicking a tab button in WordPad. Yeah, we'll go with that. Indent something. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to zoom in, and then we're going to scroll through each frame. Well, not technically each frame unless you just want to, like this. And we're going to figure out exactly where I click the play button. Should be right there. That frame. It's just easier with the fancy button things. The whole, yeah. And we're going to click this little arrow so we can see where our audio starts and everything. And then we're going to extend it out a little bit so we can see it better. Then we're going to move it over here and try to line up the very first note or whatnot to that frame. So now we bring it over here and we play, and this is what we get. And so on. That was just to give you a basic of how everything will play together when it should. Now, I did use video transitions in my video for Hybrid Essence, which you can watch on my YouTube page. It's awesome. The song's amazing. It really is. So proud of it. So is Echo Frost. I think it's Slide. Band Slide or something. We're going to put it at the very beginning of the video. And then when you do this, nope, that's not it, but that one's cool too. It's not it at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click and clear. Sliding boxes maybe? There we go. That was not it. It's close though. It's very close. But I used a transition. You can just like go through and try all the transitions. There's a lot of cool ones here, like that one. I love that one. It's just, yeah. And then you can click and you can extend it, which I did in the video that of the song me and Echo did. Just like click and extend, so it like does it slowly. It gives a really, really nice transition there. From just black to audio and FL. Then yeah, we're gonna leave that. So now we're gonna go way over here to the very end of the video, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna find something for this, which I don't remember exactly what I used, but I'm gonna go with something. I think I'm gonna go with swap. We're going to put it at the very end of the video. And as you can tell, it just sort of like gives a fade out effect. Now, however, the audio ends way before that does. So what we're going to do is we're going to click again. And then we're going to extend again until we get to about where the audio stops, or maybe a little bit before then. So now we got a really nice transition from music to fading away. Now, however, if I'm correct, I use the dissolve for this. And I'm going to clear this, and the dissolve is under, of course, dissolve. And all a dissolve is literally fading, like actual fading away. So I'm going to extend this once more up here in our little settings thingy. And as you can see, all a dissolve is it fading to black. So right about there's where it fades to black, I think. And it fades. And it's gone. It's really cool. I'm going to shorten the video so it ends where the audio does. And now right about there is where it starts to fade, and right about there is where it ends. And that's how we do that. So now you got a really, really awesome looking video. It could be better. However, that's not what we're going for. We're going for watchable. So that's the basics to that, and now we're going to export. And I'm going to show you how to export in this because it does a lot different than like the Camtasia or even Vegas. It's a whole lot different. It's really awesome, I think. And I have a little macro key on my keyboard up there because of Still Series, and it's good, but whatever. We can click File and go to Export, and then Media. However, it's not working because we have to have this selected. We cannot have up here selected or down here selected. We have to have the sequence selected, the sequence viewer. Then we're going to export to media. And then it shows you this. We're going to put our little cursor here so we can see the quality of it. Now, I made a thing, and I went with H.264. I made a YouTube thingy. And then I made like an HD 1060, which was supposed to be 80, but, you know, typos and stuff. That's a copy of 1080. So what we're going to do is, I think YouTube thingy is fine. But we're going to make your own preset, and we're going to go to video, and we're going to use maximum render quality. And we're going to make sure that the frame rate is 60 and that it's whatever you recorded it in, preferably 1080, but whatever you recorded it in. We want it to be NTSC and square pixels. We want it to be the profile of high and level of 5.1. Render at maximum depth. And we're going to want the encoding to be VBR 2-pass. However, that's completely personal preference. I think 2-pass gives you a smaller file and better looking video. We're going to want the target bitrate to at least 8 and the maximum to 10. And we're going to want to set the keyframe distance. Now, because we're going 60 frames a second, we're going to want the keyframe around every 2 seconds, or at least that's personal preference for me. So I don't go with that. I go with 120. And now the estimated file size is 1,165 megabits or megabytes. I think that's bytes, which is fine for uploading on a high-speed internet. Then we're going to go over here to the audio, and we're going to make sure it's at least 44,100 hertz. And stereo, and the audio quality of high, and the bitrate to 320. We're going to want to make sure of all that. nothing else really matters. And we're going to go to multiplexer and make sure that you're on MP4, not 3GPP, because I prefer MP4. And I'm not sure if YouTube handles the other. And that's it. And then we're going to click export. And then it will start exporting your whole video. And in the end, you get something a little like what's on YouTube. Or at least my videos. And that's basically how you do it. So I really hope that this tutorial helped. And I really hope you understand and stuff. So there's a link to Hybrid Essence in the description, so you can go check that out anytime you'd like. And it's really awesome. So I suggest going and watching it and subscribing to my channel. So I'm going to do a lot more tutorials. A lot. Hopefully. I need like suggestions on what to do. Because like I've done neuro basis. And I've done, or is it Neuro? Or is it New Arrow? I don't know. It's something. But I've done those, and I've done tutorials on hardware resampling, and I haven't done Vocodex yet. I don't know what else I've done. But whatever, you can, like, go there. Like, go to my YouTube. No, youtube.com. And then you got my awesome channel. Like, amazing channel. Right? No, right there. My amazing channel. And stuff. And I've done Euro, and I've done a snare tail, and professional hardstyle kicks, which everyone happens to disagree with it being professional. But whatever, screw them. Hardware resampling. I didn't put bass behind that. I should have put EDM bass tutorial. And that's it. That's all I've got there. Okay. So yeah, that's that. And yeah. So subscribe, like, comment, blah 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 blah. And I hope you liked it. This tutorial was done by request, so I'm not sure if I explained it anywhere near okay or stuff, and now I'm just rambling on. So have a good day, and I will see you next time.